hi to the guys. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I'm singer, songwriter, your long lost sister, Chantel, and I'm so glad you decided to join me today. Before we get started, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with all my videos I got coming, because I'm back on it. As you can see from the title of this video, today we're talking about my labor and delivery story, pregnancy, motherhood, postpartum, just everything just combined into one video. We're gonna talk about it. So, a little backstory for those of y'all who don't know, who have not been following me. I found out I was pregnant last November of 2023, had my baby July 2024. And during that time, I'm an artist, I'm a business owner. During that time, I did shoot a video. I was continuing to do my business, but around 7 months is when I tapered off. I completely stopped doing business because I just couldn't. It was just a lot. So yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, I had a baby boy. He will be 3 months in next week, and I'll be 3 months postpartum next week. So that's everything. First, let's start off with talking about the pregnancy. Like I said, I found out I was pregnant last November. Literally the day after my wedding, I found out I was pregnant. I would say overall, I had a really good pregnancy. I didn't have any major complications. I didn't have any, anything of concern. Baby boy was healthy. It was pretty good. I would say my worst symptoms were for sure heartburn, nausea, but those weren't that bad because the medication my doctor gave me. I had my heartburn and my nausea medicine on me 24/7. So as soon as I felt that, I popped it and it would subside. So I really didn't have to feel those symptoms the whole time, even though I did have that. Towards the end, it was just stuff I really couldn't eat, and it was my heartburn medicine really just wasn't working. So that, I would say, the last month, it was when it was just okay, this is a bit much. But other than that, I think those are literally my worst symptoms. I would say out of the 3 trimesters, the first one was for sure the hardest one. I was sick as a dog. I was just always in bed, always tired. 3rd trimester is a different type of pain. Everything just hurt you so big. And it was summertime, it was in Alabama, it was hot, it was just a lot. But yeah, so pregnancy was cool. I didn't have a lot of the cliche symptoms. I didn't have any cravings. I wasn't crying. I wasn't super emotional, anything like that. I don't know if it's because I was pregnant with a boy or what, but I was really is something wrong with me? Is something wrong? I'm really just, I was so chill in my pregnancy. I would say the hardest part about pregnancy is controlling your emotions. Although I wasn't really emotional, crying or anything like that, I would say I'm not just reacting for myself, I'm reacting for my baby. And just being that mental, being mindful of my thoughts, being mindful of how I react, being mindful of what I let get under my skin. I had grown a lot before I got pregnant, but pregnancy really grew me up. I'm the type of person where it's if it's an issue, I'm going to speak on it, or I want to speak on it. If I have a problem with you or a problem in general, you're going to know. I'm going to assert myself. I'm going to let you know how you make me feel. But being pregnant, it was I didn't even have the capacity for that, because if I took it there, then it was really gonna get took there. And one time when I did really feel very, very, very upset, very disturbed, I could tell that my baby felt it too. And I was just crying. That night I was really crying because I'm yo, I'm so upset, I'm so frustrated, but I can't even do anything about it because I'm pregnant. So I feel that was the hardest part about being pregnant, is pretty much having to sit down and shut up, for the sake of your baby. Just pretty much let people say stuff crazy, let people do stuff that rub you the wrong way, and just letting it roll off your back. To me, that's the hardest part about being pregnant. And it feels people are not that considerate. This person is pregnant, watch what you say to them, watch how you're treating them, because it could be affecting them more than you realize, and it's also therefore affecting the baby. So that was the worst part about being pregnant. Would I do it again? I plan on doing it one more time, but it's not something I would just recommend. Okay, so let's get into the real tea. The real tea is the labor and delivery story. Y'all, I gotta sit back to get into this. So, like I said, this was my first pregnancy, my first baby, so I had no idea what to expect, especially when it came to labor and delivery. So, I forgot around what time it was, but I ended up going to the hospital. I went to the hospital because I was having contractions 5 minutes apart for almost 2 hours. No exaggeration. I'm timing them, and I'm oh my gosh, this is very painful. I can't sleep, I can't do nothing. So hubby was I'm gonna go to work. what are we doing? Do you want to go to the hospital or not? Because I'm not leaving you like this. So I was like, okay, let's go to the hospital. Went to the hospital. Contractions were still minutes apart. Eventually, they ended up spreading out. So I was at the hospital for like 4 or 5 hours until they calmed down. They sent me home. Okay, boom. The next week, I ended up going back to the emergency room, labor and delivery, because I was leaking. Like, I was getting my hair done. And I stood up, and it was just, and they swear it was pee. But I know what urine smells like, and it was not urine. It was for sure a clear substance that actually smelled kind of sweet. So I was really nervous about that. So they admitted me, they checked me. I was not dilated, nothing like that. So they sent me back home. Okay, boom. The following week, I don't know. But at this point, I'm like maybe 36, 37. Yeah, I'm 37. So I go. So I had a headache for 4 days. 4 days, y'all. I was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So Monday, I'm like, yeah, this headache is crazy. Like, Tylenol isn't working. I just didn't feel right. Like, something about me just didn't feel right. So called my doctor's office. They got me in the same day. We went. My doctor, I love my doctor. She was like, everything seems fine, but because this headache hasn't gone away, just go to the labor and delivery to let them do labs on you. So they did labs. Mind you, this is a Monday. Went to go do labs, and my urine came back. My protein was high in my urine. So they was like, we're gonna keep you for 24 hours. Over the 24-hour period, every time I use the bathroom, I have to collect my urine in this little sample thing. So 24 hours passed. I had to wait for my lab. So at this point, it's like Tuesday afternoon. They come back. The doctor's like, yeah, so your protein levels are like through the roof. Like, it's way too high. And it seemed like it was signs of preeclampsia, even though I was not diagnosed with preeclampsia. High protein in your urine is a sign of that. So they were very concerned about that because my levels were getting higher. Actually, it was higher that Tuesday than it was that Monday. So they was like, we have to keep you, and we're gonna have to think about inducing you. So I'm like, oh, okay. So mind you, this is Tuesday. So they're like, so tomorrow on Wednesday, you're gonna get a room and you're gonna get induced. Boom. So now I'm like, oh, I'm about to have this baby. Like, thankfully, we already had our bags in the car, our hospital bags in the car. We had everything. We was ready. My mom was there. She actually ended up flying in earlier than expected. So everything in like timing was so perfect. So next day, they give me they get Cytotec, talking with Cytotec, took those, took the Pitocin. I was cramping a lot, you know, very intense. I didn't get epidural. Everything was natural. So I'm thinking like I'm about to have this baby. So like Tuesday, okay, cool. Wednesday, cool. Can't remember if I had him on a Thursday or a Friday, but I don't know. I was in labor for 2 days. And I was not dilating, y'all. I was not dilating. Like, I'm like, yo, these cramps are intense, and you telling me I'm not dilating? Like, what's the point of me doing this labor naturally if I'm not dilating? So after like 2 days, they like, look, it's a lot of stress on the baby, it's a lot of stress on you. So like, we're gonna have to do a C-section if you're not dilated. This next time we come to check you. Y'all, when I say my whole pregnancy, my biggest fear was getting a C-section. That was my biggest fear. Like, if you asked me I just did not want a C-section. I didn't care what, even if I ended up having to get an epidural, I did not want a C-section, which my epidural was my last thing. So C-section was my last option. So if that had to be my only option at this point, I was sick. So I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, whatever, bro. I've been in labor for 2 days. I've been contracting for 2 days. At this point, I feel like I could take any type of pain because whatever, get this baby out of me. So they're like, okay, well, we're going to do it tonight. So they came, I believe this was Thursday night. I cannot remember. It was a Thursday night or a Friday night. I don't know. But anyway, got the C-section. One of my biggest fears is being awake during procedures. Like when I had to get 2 wisdom teeth pulled, I opted to get 4 pulled simply because I wanted to go to sleep. Like, I do not want to. I've never been awake during a procedure. So when I say I was shook, y'all, I was so scared. Like, I was so scared. I'm laying on the bed. I'm so scared. I'm reading, it's like signs on it, but I'm reading the signs word for word just to disassociate and get my brain off of like, yo, they really finna cut me open. Like, first of all, I thought I was gonna be able to feel it. I was just so scared, y'all. I just didn't know what to expect. But the C-section went fine. It is definitely an experience. That is all I can really say about that. The C-section is definitely an experience. Yeah. very traumatizing. And I think about it, I actually don't even think about the C-section often. I just think about my baby. Like, I'm glad I got my baby. So that was pretty much how the whole labor and delivery went. We ended up staying there for almost 7 days because they took my baby for jaundice. So that added like 2 more days. So we was there for like a week and some change. Like, here we go, huh? Yeah, so that was the labor story, labor and delivery story. Again, very traumatizing. The whole night of after the procedure, I was throwing up that whole night because I was so pressed to eat, and I kept eating like super stuff, and I would throw it up immediately. But I would like to add, the staff at Flowers Hospital was just the staff was good. My husband was so supportive. It just made everything just so smooth, because that recovery process is no joke. Which leads me into the next topic, which is postpartum recovery. My baby crying. Okay, Mr. Sleepyhead needs some assistance, going to sleep. Okay, so let's get into it. Postpartum. Let's see, postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, postpartum rage. For me, the first 2 weeks after a C-section is the hardest. I would say I was depressed the first 2 weeks after I had him, because like I said, I was never planning on a C-section. I didn't do any research. I didn't even like look into the process, because I wasn't having a C-section. I just wasn't. So the way I set up the room, the way I just had prepared my mind for how it would be, my expectations for how it would be after having him were like night and day. Like, I thought I was gonna be able to just get up and take care of my baby. No, like, you literally have to watch people take care of your baby for you. And that was really hard for me, because it made me feel like I'm never able to bond with my baby. Like, if I can't sit up and get up, and it takes me a long time because I'm in so much pain, and it's like I have to watch other people do what I want to be doing. That was really hard. That was very hard. Like, I felt like I couldn't be there for my baby. And honestly, in the first 2 weeks, I felt like I really didn't have I feel like my baby didn't connect with me, which probably wasn't true. I feel like he didn't connect with me because, like, even in the hospital, I couldn't really do much with him. I couldn't hold him. My stomach was still in pain. Like, I wasn't comfortable. Like, I was in pain, so it was hard for me to even wrap my head around the fact that, oh, I have a baby. I just had a major surgery. Like, I can't even process everything that just happened. So, like, those first 2 weeks, yes, I did experience postpartum depression real bad. But I ended up moving back home like week 3 postpartum, and that's when I was able to really, like, you know, get my mental back on track, because I had my mom. You know, like, I just needed my mom. Like, you know, I love my mother-in-law, don't get me wrong, but like, it's just different when it's your own mother. And I just needed my mom. Like, I genuinely needed my mom. So that helped me a lot. Like, my family has been a big help when it comes to, like, you know, postpartum depression, stuff like that. My husband has been a very big help. But what I have experienced is postpartum rage. Like I said, circling back to what I like least about being pregnant is, like, you know, holding all that stuff in, letting stuff go. It's like postpartum rage, everything just floods back to you. Like, oh, I let this slide, oh, I let that slide, oh, they said this, I should have said that. And it just like literally had me like on 10. Like, it would be days when I just be so upset, and I would just have to have open communication with my husband. Like, nothing that he did, but it was just like, yo, I don't know why, but today I'm just feeling like I just woke up on 10, feeling like X, Y, and Z. And that's how that was. On days when I feel overwhelmed, I tell my husband, like, yo, like, this is how I'm feeling, like, this is what I need from you, like, I really can't, like, I'm just very open about how I feel, because that's my partner. Like, and he don't want me having to take care of a baby if mentally I'm not having a good day, or I just feel overwhelmed. Like, okay, go take time, you don't have to deal with the baby all day, I got him. So, like, that has been very helpful. Self-care, like, making sure that I get up and get myself together. That's, like, some days I'm a stay-at-home mom, so some days I'm not doing the most, I'm just throwing on some clothes. But like a day like today, okay, today's Friday, even if I'm not doing anything today, do a little something, go outside, get some air, like, do something that works for you. Like, take care of you, do what you enjoy. So, like, that's really what I had to, like, make sure, like, before I get him ready, I get mommy ready. Every day I get myself ready first, because that's where it starts. If I'm in a good headspace, then I could be in a good headspace to take care of my baby. So, like, postpartum, that is a big thing that I'm a stickler about self-care when it comes to that. I'll say the hardest thing about postpartum is, like, accepting the new norm. I'm not a super duper morning person, but like a baby makes you be a morning person. So like wherein, oh, I stayed up late, it's not gonna hurt. You stay up late, you still gotta get up early. That baby still is on his own schedule. So like that is definitely something different. Like I don't mind, oh, it takes forever to leave the house. It don't take me forever because like I said, when I get up, I get ready. When I get up, he get ready. So if he going somewhere, we out the door. Bag already, his diaper bag is always packed. All we gotta do is throw some bottles in there. Always packed. So like that's nothing. But I would say the hardest thing about postpartum is definitely finding myself again. If you know I'm a fashion girly, like I said, if you know I'm an artist. So like some of the stuff, my styles and stuff has been exotic. And a big part of my wardrobe has always been crop tops. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, Exhibit D, Exhibit E, Exhibit F. You feel me? Like that was just me. Like that was your girl. Like, so not wearing crop tops, like having to cover up my stomach until I feel comfortable, like wearing clothes and not looking how I think. Like I literally had to buy all new, I don't wear the same size anymore at all. Like I had to buy all new pants, like rebuild my wardrobe from scratch. And it's like, dang, I don't feel like myself because I'm used to dressing kind of like exotic, you know, kind of different. I have a lot of different styles that I like to tap into, but like it made me feel like I'm not myself. I can't wear that. I can't wear what I want to wear. And it was like, for a second, I'm like, dang, did I lose my style? Like, am I not stylish anymore? It's like, no, honey, you just have to learn how to style yourself in a different way. And that is not easy. And that can also affect your identity, because a lot of times it's like, oh, I'm a mom now. I don't know who I want to be, who I was. You know, for me, it's just like, I know how I want to look. I know what I want to wear. So like for me, I know I like my hair a certain way. Okay, I'm gonna order some wigs because I started my starter locks. I'm gonna order some wigs. So when I feel like this, I can wear this. And when I feel like this, I can, you know what I'm saying? Look how I wanna look good for me and look good for my man. Postpartum and balancing passions and business. I shot a video 2.5 months postpartum, so that helped me feel good about myself. I still do my business stuff, but I'm getting to the point where that's kind of getting on my nerves. So, but I'm still able to do it. Like I still have a steady clientele, steady orders. You know what I'm saying? I'm back able to tap into my music and doing my creative stuff. So that has helped me a lot, you know, mentally to be able to express myself in that way. And I feel like that's the most about postpartum. I would say for me, the main way I get through it is being open and honest with my husband, like open communication. But we was like that before we even had him. Like we've always found that in our relationship, just very open communication, very clear, very cutthroat, like boom, this is what it is, what we gonna do. So yeah, that's that. You so sleepy. You so sleepy. And lastly, motherhood. It is the most rewarding thing I've ever done. That's when I say I don't even think about my labor and delivery situation, because I look at my baby. Look at this little handsome man. Look at him. He's so perfect. So like it's the most, I can't even describe it. Like I love being a mother. I always wanted to be a mom, but like I love being a mommy. I love seeing him grow. Like, oh, he pooping right now. I love seeing him grow. Is it hard? It's hard in its own way, but like I said, it's rewarding, and it feels like it never feels like, oh my god, it's my baby. I had this baby. This is my baby. Like, who else gonna take care of my baby? Who else gonna do it? Who else? Like, this is my job. I decided to have a baby. This is my responsibility. So, and you know, sometimes it can get a little overwhelming, but like I said, in those times, that's when I ship them off to hubby land. How do I balance being a mother and being a wife? One thing about it, two things for sure, we're going to spend time together. Like, I'm going to spend time with my husband. Yes, I'm a mom. Yes, we have a baby, but we're going to do what we got to do to make sure that we both remember how much we love each other, that we're friends. Like, so we go on dates almost every week, if not every week, then every other week. We spend a lot of time together. You know, my husband works nights, so like that can get a little hectic, but like we make sure that we make time for each other. Like, yes, we have a baby, but we're still very much a couple, husband and wife, and we have to take care of each other as well, right? Right. I want more babies. Do I want more babies? You want a sibling? You want a sibling? He's smiling. I do. I'm gonna do one more. Now, all my life I wanted twins. So I feel like I set myself up with the first time I didn't have twins, and we're gonna see if the second time if I have twins or not. But I plan on being pregnant one more time. Do I want a boy or girl? I really don't. It don't really matter. I low-key want a boy for him to play with, but I feel like I also want a girl too. But I really don't care. It is what it is. Only drawback about a girl is like she's gonna be a teenager, and I know how my attitude set up, and I don't know. I just don't know if I'm ready for that. So we gonna see. But to answer the question, yes, I want another baby, just one more, one and done, and then that's it. So all in all, I had a great pregnancy experience. Learned a lot of lessons, a lot of life lessons. My labor and delivery, although it wasn't what I expected, it still was good. Like, I'm the type of person where I'm pretty optimistic. Like, yes, I didn't want a C-section, but I had a beautiful baby boy. My husband was there. My mom was there. Like, I had the support I needed to help me get through it. Yes, it was very painful. Yes, it was very traumatic. But at the end of the day, it's rewarding. I'm recovering. You know, God is helping me to be able to get back on track. I'm exercising. My stomach is going down. Like, yes, it's difficult trying to figure out the new norm, but that was expected. So it is what it is. Yes, it's hard trying to, get back my identity and fashion and find out how I want it. Yes, it's hard, but it's also fun because you can start from scratch. Fun. It's very rewarding. I love it. I love being a mom. This postpartum journey hasn't been too hard on me, so I'm praying that it continues to be a smooth and easy process as I continue to get out of these postpartum months. And yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in with me and for watching this video. If you have any topics for me to cover in my sit down with Solé segment, just drop it in the comments. If you too are pregnant, or you too are a first-time mom, or just a mom in general, and you can relate with some things I said, you also had a C-section, talk to me in the comments. Make sure y'all like this video and subscribe to my channel. My baby is getting fussy, so it's time to get up out of here, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.